Hashem Misata Dishmaya, we'll get today, with Hashem's help, the Saba Mikelem will give us a Agdomo, how to prepare Safar Leila Seder. We take the Saba Mikelem, and we emphasize, we put it in Aloha Lamaisa. Listen very carefully, Misata Dishmaya, with Hashem's help, in the name of Hashem is Borach V'Yisalem. He says here, you have two chalokim. The chelek of the Rebbe is the father, and the chelek of Kadosh Baruch Hu. The Rebbe, the father, and Leila Seder comes the Rebbe. Abba beLeila Seder uniya Rebbe. He's the Rebbe of the house. He has to teach. We got to the bincha, like the Shita Sarambam. Am Melamdo, like the Mishnah. Am Melamdo, they have to teach your children. So, Rebbe, now, the nature of the children, says the Saba Mikelem, want to be like the father. Only if they feel they're getting good from the father. If they don't feel they get good, and they get good, so then they don't want to get it. So the Etzem Adovo, you have to get to the Tachlis, the kids want to be like you. Again, the father is the Rebbe, and you have to get the children have to want to be like you. When the kids want to be like you, then they will do like you. Then you're able to move it, they're able to give them information what you want. Then everything you say to them, they accept it. You're able to say, we got to the bincha, they will say it like it has to be done. And how much they see more you give them good and good, they accept more of you. Because their nature is, they want to have, they see, they know what they know, you're so good to them, and how much good to them, so the nature will be like you. The teva of the other. So again, let's go back again. The job of the father and Leila Seder, he has to be a Rebbe to his students, to his father, to his wife, children, and he has to make sure the children will be his word. He has to be chaviv be'enai talmidim, be'enai ayelodim. Has to be, the children have to love you. Your mother, your wife, your children have to love you. And you have to make sure that they love you, that they want to accept everything you want to say. You're Rebbe. And you have to make sure you want to give over the information. So you have to be that they love you. And they want to be like you. This is the one part of Leila Seder.
Before everything.
Before everything. This is the beginning of the part. It's good to have to feel like the love. Yeah, this is the first part. Let's continue. Now you have the second avodah. Let us say that. You have to see the greatness of Hashem. All the Godush of Pesach has to be mechazik the emunah bitochon hashkocha potis. They're able to get to see excitement so much that you're able to see Hashem's and to get the emunah and Hashem and able to emunah Hashem in the Torah. And to able, the desire is that you want to be like Hashem. You have to get to that goal. You want to be like Hashem. Every child, midamet HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You want to emulate Hashem. You want to emulate Hashem. The tachlis of all the Agodah is to emulate Hashem. You want to be in the end. Also, he says here, and he says Saba Mikelem here, and he says if you don't have, he says the lashon here, if you don't have he says, Mi she'ein lo tshuka, to know Hashem and to go in His way, ze'ois is a sign, choiser hakoro emunah v'ashgocha. If the children don't have a desire, tshuka, to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is a sign they're missing and recognize emunah and hashgacha. So we already talked about it a couple of times. We have to show excitement to show the miracles of Hashem. The nature is, we bought the Ramban, that we say miracles takes away all the negative deos ksuvos, and it builds up the good deya of Hashem is Einam Mivada, Yichud Hashem. So that is a job mitzad the Father. Again, so you have here the mitzad the Sigadus Hashem. So you have here two parts here. You have here the Father comes. I'm saying it very simple. Very simple. You have two chalokim in Agodah Shel Pesach. Very important to announce. This is built on this Sameh Mikelim. Two chalokim in a thing. And I'll show you, it clearly says it. I'll show you inside. You have one chalik is you have to be a Rebbe. And a Rebbe, you have to be in Leila Seder. Is a mechayev you to be a Rebbe. Is a chiv to teach your children. Why it says Abba Boni Dibra Torah? 4 type of children. Because you have to talk to everyone in a different type of language. And then again you have to talk to everyone. You have to talk to everyone. Everyone in your child you have to able to give over to them. A Rasha, one type, everyone to Tam, everyone you have to their language, they're able to talk to them. And Baranay, you have a chiyuv to be a Rebbe. Teach your children. You have to teach. So let us say there's a time teaching your children. What you have to teach your children? The Agodah Shel Pesach. All the Maisa, all the mitzvahs. You have 15 simonim. Kadei, Shuchatz, Kapas, Yachas. Seder Chatzi Avodah. Chazal gave us an easy type of way to do it. They made us 15 simonim. They make it easier. And these 15 simoni are able to put everything we have to put. And this able to give over these 15 simonim, all you have to do in the Leila Seder. When it comes to a matzah, you teach how to do the matzah. Moro, everything is there. You have to put it that everything is Seder and Avodah. Leila Seder is called the night of organization. If you want to grab everything in one moment, you're able to do it. You have to move it. You have 15 simonim. Kadesh, Uchatz, Kapas, Echatz. All the and these 15 things you have to give over. You have to give it over. And also the Sabi Mikelem. It has to be Chaviv. Sorich Ayla the Chavivim B'neihem Mamush. And the Ilidamos Elecha. They want to medamati. You have to be Chavivim. The words have to be Chaviv. Your words of Torah has to be Chaviv, has to be, I say Chaviv in English, has to be pleasant, loving, and they want to be like you. This is mitzad, the father's obligation. That the children want to be like you. Not they don't want to be like you, they want to be like you. I heard the last 48 hours from Shiva Bochim, not talking about Shiva Bochim, Achmona Letzlan, but the Shiva Bochim I heard, they said the worst day they have in the year, Achmona Letzlan, is Pesach, Leila Seder. They want to run away from Hashem because their parents give him opposite and negative opposite. They feel that the most negative in Leila Seder. The parents didn't produce. They produce negative, Achmona Letzlan. And I know someone that she told me, a woman told me, that parents went off the derech because of Leila Seder. So you have, this is one negative, and we have to do positive. Leila Seder is the time that Adarabe, we're able to bring all our kids to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Dafka Leila Seder. So you have negative and a positive. So we have a job, we have to be chaviv. The Torah, your words have to be sweet, pleasant. And you have to be mekubal to your wife and your children. Mekubal to them. Mekubal, so they're able, when you talk to them, they're able to give it over to them, and if not, they run away. So, like I said before, I saw people run away from because of that. Because they're not only last Seder, they don't do the right job. So, we have to do is, we have to make sure it has to be chaviv b'neihem me'oid. Ad kedei kach shiroitzim ledamois elecha. There has to be chaviv. They want to be like you. This is the avodah of Mitzad the Father. Now you have another chelik here. There's only one part. You have another chelik here that is called HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You have to bring here HaKadosh Baruch Hu here, and you have here, you have a tachlis and you have a emtzoi. The tachlis is what? We have to get them, prepare them for Torah. Shavuos. You have Megula, you have to get them achona lekabbalas haTorah. You have to pay the children, they want to run after Torah. You have to, when they see the greatness of Hashem, Hashem is so good, that God gives them a desire to run the Torah. When they see Emunah B'tochon, they see Hashem's miracles, they see Hashem HaTorah, so Hashem goodness is so much. So you have the void of the Father.
But to make them love you, is the avoid of the Seder Pesach?
You must get that.
You have to
prepare.
They have to love you before.
You have to prepare. You have to prepare.
Yeah, but they have to love you in Pesach. I don't understand.
No, if you want to give the information, you have to be in that stage, in that moment.
So it's not that avoid of Pesach.
If you don't have that, if you don't have that,
don't love you.
If the kids don't love you,
they don't want to be like you.
So then you're in a sick position. Not in a healthy position. You have to change your ways. And I want to tell you something. It says clearly, "Emenucho Kedusha." This is very important. Listen carefully. Chaim Elojim. He says in Leila Seder, it says the biggest klipa, the memtes sharituma, is relationship found in the children. The Messiah has to go from them. And in Leila Seder, Hashem makes a new relationship. You can change your relationship with your child in Leila Seder.
Wow.
Says Menucha Kedusha. Says it.
A big
yes. So now you can change your relationship. Even you had a negative relationship. Now Am Yisrael is built new and Leila Seder. And Leila Seder Am Yisrael came new. Noladim michadash. You create new from Leila Seder. So now.
Who say that?
No. Menucha said that in Mem Teshel to his Menucha Kedusha. Am Yisrael, I heard from the Rabbi. My father said clearly, Am Yisrael comes doing it. Now, this is very important. You have here, the Rabbi said that Am Yisrael comes new in Leila Seder. No, Ladim, Am Yisrael created new in Leila Seder. Now you have here, the avodah is, you have to medame to your Rebbe. You come to Rebbe to your children, and the children have to emulate you and want to be like you. Simple like that. You have to get your act together. Like my father used to say, get your act together. Forget all your crazy ideas. Get your act together. Forget all the games, all the mishugas. Get the act together. You have to teach your children, and you have to be the Rebbe for your children for 4 or 5 hours now. Get your act together and make sure the children love you, the grandchildren love you. Do everything that you can do to give it over the Masoires, give over the Emunah, Ashgocha v'Hakadosh Baruch Hu, show the miracles of Hashem and show the Nisim of Hashem. And when you see that, they're able to bechazik the Emunah, that moment. Now, the Briskarov, when it came Chayav Odom Yiratz Atzmo Kilo Yetzer Mitzrayim, he started to dance. He got up from his chair and he started to dance. And my son Moshe showed it to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe was so excited that word. He showed him the mama. I saw yesterday. My son told me, I got excited about it. It means he did external Maaseh Pe'ula to make sure they went out of Egypt. Why he danced? Biskarov. For him, for the level of the Biskarov, for the children, for him, dancing was a Maaseh showing that they went out of Egypt. That Biskarov. But ours commit, everyone has to find their own way. The bottom line, Chayav Odom Yetzer Mitzrayim. You're the example. If you didn't get out of Egypt, how you can say your children got out of Egypt? Again, if you didn't get out of Egypt, how you can say your children got out of Egypt? You are you a faker, phony? You know, if you don't live it, really, when I got out of Egypt, so how you can give it over? So first get your act together and really prepare yourself and really feel get out of Egypt. And you have to feel you went out of Egypt, you have to feel chayrus, you have to feel freedom, you have to feel happy and simcha.
How do you prepare yourself?
You have to prepare. How you
Mussar, what?
Mussar. Simple
My
Mussar.
son doesn't want to be next to me. I go on this side of the road, he goes to the other side. How I'll get connected with him?
So why this?
After you have all the connection, and he's surrounded all that. Okay, now you have to give them a service. But I'm asking how you start the beginning.
No,
You have no connection to me.
and also the Rab saying,
פתאום בפסח הוא ידבק עליך.
Yeah,
הוא
that's what
בורח
I
אותך.
Now the answer is
You
the
do this.
the
answer
other
is
is that to feel free
No,
from
the-
Egypt, that we have to believe
the
that.
answer is in Leila
It's
Seder.
you, but I want to connect to you.
Listen to me. Hashem made a
He
miracle.
wants fun.
Very
He
good
wants
question.
You want to
candy.
go to read a
He
book,
wants to-
want to go out from the table.
Exactly. He wants to go to Ben
Hashem made a miracle for the Jewish people that we have in Leila Seder. In Leila Seder himself, the children come to you. It means by definition, they want to listen to you. By definition. If they come to you, by definition, they want to listen to you. And this is it. You have to give it over. Get your act together. Al tomar nar anoichi. Don't say I'm a child. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to give it over. Get your act together. Be sweet. Get your words as sweet. I only know English. I know Hebrew. I know French, Spanish. I don't know. The children know than me. Get your act together and prepare yourself and make sure you get together. No excuses.
Stop complaining.
Stop complaining on your situation. Stop your saying and this and that. Don't be crazy. Be what you have to do. Be what you have to do. Ratzon Hashem do. Do Hashem's will. You have to be a Rabbi. You're like Moshe Rabbeinu that moment. You're like the Rabbi of your children. You're like Moshe Rabbeinu. You have to give them a service to the children. You have to be Lama Mamad Arsina. You have to give it to them. So you have to do them. You have to show them moifsim, miracles that Hashem did it. Oisos moifsim. You have to tell them stories, and you have to mamchish them the agoda. You have to make it bechush, like the Rambam says, shiv chazu. You have to make it alive, excitement, alive, mamish bechush, shiv chazu, eved zu. You have to be mamish bechush. You have to make it alive. The agoda has to be alive. But in the end, and again, there has to be, prepare them for Kabbalah Sator. It's not miracles and it stays in miracles. It's not the Tachlis. The Tachlis is Yetzias Mitzrayim, Leman Tavdu Elokim Al Hazeh. The Tachlis is not only, Pesach is not the Ikar. The Ikar from Pesach, you have to get the Mamad Har Sinai, then you have to start this, count the Sfiras HaOmer, you start to count the Mamad Har Sinai, and you're able to remember.
So you have to remember in the Seder that all the tachlis of Mitzrayim was for what was after. In the Seder, I have to mention that.
You get the Torah. When they get tachlis, Hashem took us out of Egypt, they get the Torah. You have to get them. But why you have to know the Torah? Because to know Hashem, not because the Torah himself. Because you see, Hashem is so big. You want to know Him. So how you know Hashem? The Torah teaches you how to know. The Torah is Hashem. So when you know Hashem, by learning the Torah. You have to get them excited to know Hashem. And he says clearly, Mi shel eino maki klal ashgocho eino maki tuvose izborach lachen eino tshuko. Lo shel sami kala. This piece. Mi she'eino makir ashgocho eino makir tuvoy Hashem izborach lachen eino tshuko. If he doesn't recognize Hashem's ashgocho protis, and he doesn't recognize the goodness of Hashem, because of that he doesn't have desire. Sweet. Why he doesn't go the ways of Hashem? Because he doesn't realize Hashem's greatness. He doesn't see, wow, Hashem is so big, it's so great. Wonderful, Hashem is so great, it's so big. I want to be like him. I want to learn from him. Be like him. You see the kindness of Hashem, right? Tuvay v'shvachai. They see the kindness and the greatness of Hashem. So when they see that Hashem is so good and so kind and so good, they want to be like him. You have to emulate Hashem. You want to be like HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Want to be emulate Hashem. And how you know how to live? Look in the Torah. Torah teaches you how to do it. It's not stam. You want to emulate Hashem. You want to be like HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You have to emulate Hashem. You want to be like HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world. Hashem made you a king in this world. Emulate him. Hashem made you a king in this world to bring Hashem to the world, to be God in the world. To see the goodness of Hashem. That Hashem is good, and Hashem is good, and Hashem is good, and is kind, and Hashem loves us unconditionally. And Hashem, you can trust Hashem. Well, Lord, what you have, you can trust Hashem. With everything that you have, you can trust Hashem. And you can give yourself everything to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everything to Hashem. So this is the job of Leila Seder. Hashem made the miracles, and how the Rabbi says, mitzvah geres mitzvah. I heard this in the Rabbi. If after Leila Seder you fall asleep, it's a sign that you didn't do it. You didn't do your job. I heard the Rabbi said that. Mitzvah geres mitzvah. After I say, you have to have more energy to learn Torah after night. In the night after that, you have to have energy to learn.
Even after the wine.
After the wine, everything. Till you fall asleep. If your body is a body, if you fall asleep, you fall asleep.
Oh.
You fall asleep, you fall asleep. Nothing you can do. But there has to be a desire. Not if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. This is
in the table.
In the table, and they go to the Beis Medrash. You fall asleep, you fall asleep. You have to at least be in the ball game of trying. Not to be chatchila, you go and you walk and you take a walk and you chatchila, you're not in the, you don't want to know Hashem. You have to add that, when the desire to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Which kind of schus we have to Sami Kelim gave us a gardeners. So I want to go back, I have to finish now. Again, our job is to be a Rebbe. Or your student or your fans, you have to be a Talmid. You have to know the Rebbe's. You have to be like your parents. Learn emulate your parents. You want to be like them. And like your Rebbe. You have to be like your Rebbe. And your Rebbe, how he acts, you have to be like your Rebbe. This is mitzvah. And you have to be and know the greatness of Hashem. Mitzvah. The second side, be like Hashem. See the greatness of Hashem in the world, the goodness of Hashem. Wow, it's unbelievable. We have a day that all the Shamayim come to listen what the Jewish people say. Chazu Bonai, they see all the Jewish people, what the children do. All the Malochim, Pamay Shemala come to listen. We say the Agod, they say the stories of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How much is it? And you have the matzah and the morah, all the mitzvahs to do. It can be not sweet and not to be happy in Leila Seder and all simchas. It can be all the beginning is Leila Seder, and all week you have to, like my father-in-law used to say, the beginning of Leila Seder, and all week he talk about it. He used to say, my father-in-law hold that you cannot do everything in Leila Seder. So he said all week we work on it. Not every time, but his system worked. Because it was mamish like a Yom Tov, and all week was like a Yom Tov. So you can do it. If you handle it, you can do it. But you can do it. You have to know what you're dealing with. Every case of Gufa. Leila said there has to be a true kogdoila for Torah. Ein lecha yom gadol beyoyser lo v'yisa adam shuka achi gdoila ladas et kol haTorah kula. Like Leila said. There's nothing in the world can give a person the desire to know all Torah kula like Leila said. Leila Seder is a time to give a person tremendously desire to know a Torah kula. When you see the Ashgocha and you see the miracles of Hashem, that gives you tremendously koyach and nefesh v'guf to learn a Torah kula. That Hashem will continue with Hashem.